Welcome to MsMojo. Today, we're counting down our picks for the top 20 Oscar-winning portrayals of real-life people.
Hello, Norma.
Mr. Mason, you know who I am.
Did you just look at me? Did you? Look at me! Look at me! How dare you! Close your eyes!
Welcome to the Dallas Buyers Club.
For this list, we'll be looking at performances based on actual individuals that resulted in Oscar gold. So what's your favorite portrayal of a real-life person? Let us know in the comments below. All right, let's get into it. Number 20, Eddie Redmayne as Stephen Hawking, The Theory of Everything. Stephen Hawking rose to mainstream prominence well after he developed motor neuron disease, but this biopic focuses on the early years. It begins during his student days at Cambridge, chronicling the struggles and triumphs that followed. The role required Eddie Redmayne to gradually undergo a radical physical transformation. The actor spent 6 months preparing for the part, and his research shines through whenever he's on screen.
Wouldn't that be nice, Professor? The one simple, elegant equation to explain everything.
Even as Hawking loses his ability to speak and much of his muscle control, Redmayne brings out his personality through the subtlest body language. Making each mannerism count, Redmayne reminds us how witty and charming Hawking could be.
What about you? What are you?
Oh, cosmologist. I'm a cosmologist.
What's that?
It's a kind of religion for intelligent atheists.
Although Hawking was primarily celebrated for his mind, it's the heart Redmayne brings to this performance that won him the Oscar.
We are all different. However bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. While there is life, there is hope.
Number 19, Sean Penn as Harvey Milk, Milk. In a powerful performance that netted him his second Best Actor Oscar, Penn portrayed one of the most important figures in LGBTQ+ history.
Harvey, society can't exist without the family.
We're not against that.
You're not? What, can two men reproduce?
No. But God knows we keep trying.
Harvey Milk was California's first openly gay individual to be elected to office. Penn overflows with hopeful determination as Milk, commanding rallies with natural charisma.
I want to recruit you for the fight to preserve your democracy. Brothers and sisters, you must come out. Come out.
As upbeat as Milk comes off around friends and supporters, he can equally hold his own in the political arena. Behind closed doors, however, Milk is burdened by his two greatest fears: that he won't live to see his 50th birthday, and that he'll die without accomplishing anything.
40 years old, and I haven't done a thing I'm proud of. Keep eating all that cake, you're gonna be a fat ass by the time you're 50. I'll never make it to 50.
While his life ended in tragedy, Milk's impact cannot be denied, and Penn's performance captures the full scope of his immeasurable legacy. Number 18, Julia Roberts as Erin Brockovich, Erin Brockovich. By the early 2000s, Julia Roberts was overdue for an Oscar. It was her iconic portrayal of this legal clerk turned consumer advocate that finally gained Roberts' entry into the Best Actress Club.
Hi.
Hi.
Donna Jensen?
Yes?
I'm Erin Brockovich with Masri and Vidito.
Oh! You're a lawyer?
Hell no. I hate lawyers. I just work for them.
While Brockovich states up front that she's not a lawyer, she does emerge as an unlikely crusader for justice in a heated legal battle.
Since the demur, we have more than 400 plaintiffs in. Let's be honest. We all know there are more out there. They may not be the most sophisticated people, but they do know how to divide, and $20 million isn't shit when you split it between them.
Aaron.
The film does take some liberties, but Roberts gets Brockovich down to a T. She doesn't care what other people think. She speaks her mind, dresses as she pleases, and goes after what she wants.
Okay, look, I think we got off on the wrong foot here.
That's all you got, lady. 2 wrong feet and f***ing ugly shoes.
At the same time, Brockovich constantly thinks about others, be it her children or strangers who've been wronged by a careless corporation. Roberts dominates the screen, much like Brockovich owns every room she enters. Number 17, Matthew McConaughey as Ron Woodruff, Dallas Buyers Club. The McConaughey was in full swing in 2013, peaking with his Oscar-winning turn as Ron Woodruff. It can sometimes feel like McConaughey is playing a parody of himself in other movies, but he completely disappears into this role.
Let me give you a little news flash. There ain't nothing out there can kill Ron Woodruff in 30 days.
McConaughey portrays the lion-hearted Woodruff as a man too stubborn to die without a fight. Ron not only defies the odds his doctors give him after his AIDS diagnosis, but also breaks all the rules to distribute drugs to HIV patients.
Welcome to the Dallas Buyers Club.
McConaughey brings an almost Robin Hood-esque quality to the role. Although Woodruff possesses an unbreakable spirit, it becomes clear that his days are numbered.
How can I get some of this?
None of those drugs have been approved by the FDA.
Screw the FDA. I'm going to be DOA. I got to sue the hospital to get my medicine?
McConaughey lost 47 pounds for the role, and as jarring as his physical transformation is, his magnetism stands out above all else. Number 16, Sissy Spacek as Loretta Lynn, coal miner's daughter. This is one biopic where the real-life figure had a fair deal of input. Country singer Loretta Lynn selected Sissy Spacek to play her, although she didn't know the actress's work. Lynn made the decision judging from Spacek's photo, and fortunately, her instincts paid off. Just as Lynn is initially insecure about performing in the movie, Spacek had reservations about accepting the role.
Dude, sometimes I think you got a washer missing in your brain. I can't play that thing.
Most people can't without they learn how first, God.
After Lynn jumped the gun and announced that Spacek had signed on, though, everything came together. Vocal dubbing was discussed, but Spacek worked closely with Lynn to nail her singing voice, accent, and guitar playing. It amounted to an uncanny portrayal of a woman who rose up from a difficult background to become the queen of country music. Number 15, Nicole Kidman as Virginia Woolf, The Hours. Kidman couldn't be more unrecognizable as English writer Virginia Woolf. Audiences tend to dwell on the prosthetic nose she wore for the role. Anyone who's seen The Hours, though, knows why Kidman won Best Actress. Even if you take the makeup out of the equation, Kidman's performance is transformative in more ways than one.
And who will die? Tell me.
The poet will die. The visionary.
She truly becomes Virginia Woolf, capturing the famed author's passion as well as her severe depression. Struggling with mental illness, Woolf feels as if she's drowning even as she continues to breathe air.
Your illness, not you.
It is my voice.
It's not your
it's
voice.
Mine and mine alone.
The voice that you hear.
It is not. It is mine. I'm dying in this town.
Although Kidman unearths the fear and sadness Woolf endured, she also brings out her brilliance. Woolf's work has spoken to generations, and we'll be talking about Kidman's performances for years to come as well. Number 14, Martin Landau as Bela Lugosi, Ed Wood. Talk about irony. Ed Wood was once labeled the worst director of all time, but he inspired one of Tim Burton's finest achievements, resulting in a Best Supporting Actor victory for Martin Landau. While you might have heard of Bela Lugosi, you definitely know his most famous character, Count Dracula. Unfortunately, this iconic role caused Lugosi to be typecast, and a history of drug addiction didn't help his career either. While it's debatable if Lugosi swore as much as this film suggests, Landau absolutely nails Lugosi's distinctive accent and mannerisms.
You seem a little agitated. You want to go outside and get some air?
Bullshit! I'm ready now. Roll the camera.
Landau described Lugosi as theatrical, but he strived not to chew the scenery. Landau brings pathos and humor to the role, capturing the tragic downfall and the underappreciated talents of this wholly unique individual.
Perhaps we could get together again sometime, Mr. Lugosi.
Certainly. But now, the children of the night are calling me.
Number 13, Forrest Whitaker as Idi Amin, the last king of Scotland. Forrest Whitaker is terrifying as the Butcher of Uganda, and his performance is only made more horrifying knowing that Idi Amin really was a ruthless despot. Although the film mixes fact with fiction, Whitaker's portrayal of Amin is every bit as domineering as the real deal. As chilling as Whitaker is, he can come off as surprisingly vulnerable and even cheerful at times. In some scenes, he shifts between extremes, adding to the unpredictability and intimidation.
You should have told me not to throw the agents out in the first place! I did, but you did not persuade me, Nicholas. You did not persuade me!
Whitaker's portrayal is worthy of comparison to a Shakespearean villain. Emin's actions are tough to watch, but his monologues hit the audience just as hard.
Together, we will make this country better and be stronger and be free!
While some argued he was truly a supporting player, the gravitas of Whitaker's performance secured his place and victory in the Best Actor category. Number 12, Cate Blanchett as Katharine Hepburn, The Aviator. In many respects, Cate Blanchett is the Katharine Hepburn of her generation, so casting her as the 4-time Oscar winner was an obvious choice, leading to a Best Supporting Actress victory. Before Hepburn and Spencer Tracy were Hollywood's premier power couple, she was romantically tied to the enigmatic Howard Hughes. While Hughes was a larger-than-life force, nobody lit up a room or the silver screen like Hepburn. Likewise, Blanchett arguably upstages co-star Leonardo DiCaprio, which is no easy feat.
Since when do you care about the scandal rags, huh?
Every time there's a picture of you with another woman, it's like a slap in the face. Don't you understand that?
Oh, that's overstating it just a bit,
Joan
don't you think?
Crawford, Ginger Rogers, Linda Darnell, Joan Fontaine, and now Bette Davis, for God's sake!
Hepburn was known for playing classy, humorous, strong-willed characters, not unlike herself. Blanchett encompasses all of these qualities, holding her own against Hughes. Blanchett really pulls off the mid-Atlantic accent, too, and never sounds like she's just doing an impression.
You're not extending enough on your follow-through. Follow-through is everything in golf, just like life. Haha, don't you find?
Number 11, F. Murray Abraham as Antonio Salieri, Amadeus. In the 1984 Best Actor lineup, Abraham was nominated against Tom Hulce, who portrayed the titular composer. Although the film is called Amadeus, Salieri drives the plot forward, hence why Abraham won the Oscar. In a way, Abraham almost plays two characters here. During his younger years, we see Salieri as a gifted composer who nonetheless can't help but envy Mozart's musical genius. Salieri knows that Mozart is the more innovative composer, intensifying his jealousy.
Is it not good?
It is miraculous.
This story is told from the perspective of an elderly Salieri, and while the film occasionally delves into pure fantasy, it nicely fits the narrator's state of mind.
How could I tell him what music meant to me?
Whether you see Salieri as a winking devil or somebody who's simply gone mad, Abraham's performance strikes all the right keys. Number 10, Marion Cotillard as Edith Piaf, La Vie en Rose. For many Westerners, this biopic introduced them to French actress Marion Cotillard. It also may have served as their gateway into the music of Edith Piaf.
Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien.
Although her singing was dubbed, Cotillard's performance demonstrates how lip-syncing can be an art in and of itself. Cotillard took the time to study Piaf's singing techniques and body language, particularly the tongue movements. The results are so uncanny it's hard to believe Cotillard doesn't provide her own singing here, which is a testament to her acting chops. Even if you were to watch her performance on mute, you could still get chills from the sheer emotion Cotillard puts into every expression. Cotillard's performance blends romance with tragedy, beauty with grit, and high notes with low notes.
Vous êtes épatant. Vous êtes exactement ce que j'attendais. C'est incroyable. C'est moi. C'est ma vie. C'est moi.
Number 9, Susan Sarandon as Sister Helen Prejean, Dead Man Walking. The death penalty continues to generate debate, and few films have tackled it with more emotional weight than Dead Man Walking. At the story's heart is Susan Sarandon's mesmerizing performance as Sister Helen Prejean, who also wrote the nonfiction source material. Prejean firmly believes that every life has value, even despicable death row inmates like Matthew Poncelet, a composite character. This puts Prejean in the difficult position of counseling Poncelet while also empathizing with the victims' families.
I'm just trying to follow the example of Jesus.
who said that every person is worth more than their worst act.
Likewise, Sarandon is presented with a tricky balancing act. Although it would have been easy to portray Prejean as a one-sided figure, Sarandon brings layers to the character that highlight the nuances of her situation. You might not cry for Poncelet, but Sarandon's performance will break your heart.
There are spaces of sorrow only God can touch. You did a terrible thing, man, a terrible thing. But you have a dignity now. Nobody could take that from you. You are a son of God, Matthew Poncelet.
Number 8. Jeremy Irons as Klaus von Bülow, Reversal of Fortune. Jeremy Irons has a knack for playing devious characters, but it's debatable if Klaus von Bülow falls into that category. Although Bülow was found guilty of attempted murder, he was later acquitted. Decades later, Bülow's innocence remains contested, with no clear answer. As such, Irons' performance keeps the audience guessing from start to finish.
What really happened? Who you are?
Who would you like me to be?
His portrayal of Bülow can come off as quite charming and sophisticated, while simultaneously being cold and calculating. He keeps everything on the inside, making him even harder to get a read on. Is he an innocent man who seems guilty, or a guilty man with a convincing legal team? Thanks to Irons, we have no idea.
You're a very strange man.
You have no idea.
Oh, so that's where Scar got that line.
You're so weird.
You have no idea.
Number 7. Philip Seymour Hoffman as Truman Capote. Capote. Truman Capote is one of the hardest figures to portray. With the wrong actor, his unusual persona could have come off like something out of an SNL sketch. Thankfully, the part went to Philip Seymour Hoffman, who erased all traces of himself to become the In Cold Blood author.
I did everything I could. Okay. I truly did.
Even for a performer of Hoffman's caliber, Capote provided a challenge. Hoffman stated in one interview that he wasn't, quote, good with accents. He thus spent 1 to 2 hours daily working on the voice as well as the body language. Instead of trying to sound exactly like Capote, Hoffman strived to find a voice that expressed his, quote, vitality and the nuances. Hoffman does just that in a performance that speaks volumes about Capote's flaws and his genius.
You paid him to say that.
How did you know?
Just when you think they've gotten as good as they can get.
I thought that was a good line.
Number 6. Barbra Streisand as Fanny Bryce, Funny Girl. Some performers were born for certain roles. Barbra Streisand as Fanny Bryce is one of the best examples, so much so that it's hard to separate the two.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade.
Of course, Streisand hits every song out of the park, with Don't Rain on My Parade arguably being her career-defining screen moment. What doesn't get nearly enough attention, however, is Streisand's dynamic comedic timing and masterful transition from humor to drama. After all, Fanny Bryce was a funny girl, but her life wasn't all smiles.
What's the difference if I say I'll go away when I know I'll come back on my knees someday?
In a strange twist of fate, Streisand didn't win the Tony when she originated Bryce on Broadway. Her performance in the film adaptation won over Oscar voters, however. Streisand tied with Katharine Hepburn, who portrayed another real-life figure, Eleanor of Aquitaine.
What might Solomon have sung had he seen this?
Number 5. George C. Scott as Major General George S. Patton. Patton. From the opening scene onward, George C. Scott commands this nearly 3-hour epic.
Americans traditionally love to fight. All real Americans love the sting of battle.
It's eerie how much Scott resembles the real General Patton, although the latter had a much higher-pitched voice. Scott doesn't attempt to replicate the voice, but he does convey the complex nature of the controversial general. The actor plays Patton as a tough-as-nails military man who loves his job a little too much. This makes it all the more surprising when Patton shows a moment of sincerity, getting emotional by a wounded soldier's bedside. The next minute, however, he's sending another soldier to the front line for showing weakness.
You're going back to the front, my friend. You may get shot, you may get killed, but you're going up to the fighting. Either that or I'm going to stand you up in front of a firing squad.
While moments like this made Patton a divisive figure, Scott also expresses what made Patton such a compelling leader. Number 4, Charlize Theron as Eileen Lee Wuornos, Monster. Not unlike Nicole Kidman in The Hours 1 year earlier, Charlize Theron's physical evolution into Eileen Wuornos seemed to be the main talking point of many reviews. Theron put on 30 pounds for the role, and while the makeup is phenomenal, that's all just a small facet of what makes her performance one of the all-time greats.
People kill each other every day. And for what? For politics. For religion. And they're heroes! No, there's a lot of shit I can't do anymore, but killing's not one of them.
Theron achieves something that few performers can, finding the humanity in a serial killer. This isn't to say that Theron makes Wuornos sympathetic, as the film never shies away from the unspeakable acts she committed. Through the loneliness, desperation, and sorrow Theron pours into her performance, however, we see how a cruel, unforgiving environment could create a monster such as Wuornos. It is a truly staggering performance.
Everything happens for a reason. Where there's life, there's hope. Oh, well. They gotta tell you something.
Number 3, Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles. Ray.
Now, band, follow me. Do what I do, say what I say. This is how we're gonna do it.
Jamie Foxx started playing piano at age 5. Ray Charles was only slightly younger when he discovered his calling. While Fox's piano playing skills are on full display, this is another case where the majority of the singing was dubbed. In the same vein as Marion Cotillard, however, Fox taps into something far more important in his portrayal of Charles: soul.
Well, I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack.
Fox digs deep within himself to find the turmoil Charles experienced, but also the showmanship that made him one of the most captivating performers to grace the stage. Fox was so committed that he glued his eyes shut to play the blind musician. Charles died only 4 months before the film's release, and Fox made sure that the High Priest of Soul got his due in his acceptance speech. Number 2, Daniel Day-Lewis as Christy Brown, My Left Foot.
Your plan's not working, Christy. Wait till it goes up the hill.
Few living actors are more synonymous with method acting than Daniel Day-Lewis, and Christy Brown remains one of the most daunting roles the actor ever took on.
He said hope deferred make a heart sick. I understood that.
Brown was a famed writer with cerebral palsy who used the toes on his left foot to write and paint. Day-Lewis uses his right foot in the film, although a mirror trick fixed that. In addition to spending 8 weeks researching at a cerebral palsy clinic, Day-Lewis was adamant about staying in character and remained in a wheelchair even when the cameras were not rolling. It resulted in 2 damaged ribs, but it all paid off on Oscar night. It wouldn't be the last time Day-Lewis embodied another person, winning his 3rd Academy Award for portraying Abraham Lincoln.
As the preacher said, I could write shorter sermons, but once I start, I get too lazy to stop.
I mean, playing a real-life person in their dramatic life story is basically a guarantee to win an Oscar, isn't it? And can you believe that Daniel Day-Lewis is not number 1? Who could possibly beat him? Well, let's check out some honorable mentions, and then we'll see our top Oscar-winning portrayal of a real-life person. Mahershala Ali as Dr. Don Shirley, Green Book. However you feel about the Best Picture win, Ali 100% deserved his 2nd Oscar.
So that little temper tantrum, was it worth it? You never win with violence, Tony. You only win when you maintain your dignity. Dignity always prevails.
Hang S. Noor as Dith Pran, The Killing Fields. A performance that hit incredibly close to home.
I'm reporter too, Morgan. I know his heart. I love him like my brother. And I do anything for him. Anything.
Adrian Brody as Władysław Spielman, the pianist. His turn as the survivor made Brody the youngest Best Actor winner to date.
Wovon leben Sie?
Ich war Pianist.
Colin Firth as King George VI, the King's Speech, a performance worthy of royalty.
Why should I waste my time listening?
Because I have a right to be. I have a voice.
Yes, you do.
Renee Zellweger as Judy Garland. Judy. Garland shockingly never won an Oscar, but Zellweger provided some closure.
Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Robert De Niro as Jake LaMotta, Raging Bull. Martin Scorsese directed Joe Pesci to an Oscar for his performance as Tommy DeVito, who was based on real-life mobster Tommy DeSimone. Scorsese did the same 10 years earlier for Robert De Niro in Raging Bull. De Niro trained with the real Jake LaMotta, who reportedly believed the actor had what it took to become a pro boxer. De Niro went from developing the body of a champion to gaining almost 60 pounds to play an older Jake. Just as LaMotta held nothing back in the ring, De Niro does not sugarcoat the Raging Bull's home life. It wasn't until he saw the film that LaMotta realized how poorly he had treated those closest to him.
Okay, happy?
That's all I want. That's all I want.
Here, no more. There.
Buying me about a steak, huh? You buying me about a steak?
De Niro's portrayal was that much of a gut punch.
Never got me down. Yeah, see, look.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.